As the author of a book, chapter, or journal article, you are in the best position to promote your work, make it more visible, and increase its potential impact. But where do you start? From quick wins that can be achieved in minutes to hosting events and writing articles, here are our key suggestions for making the most of your research. Let's start out with some quick wins that will take minutes but can make a huge difference in the visibility and profile of your work. 1. Add details of your publication to your email signature. 2. Update your personal website, institutional profile, and LinkedIn profile with details of your publication. 3. Talk about your publication on social media and engage in relevant discourse. 4. If you set one, add your publication to your course recommended reading list. 5. Tell your friends and colleagues about your publication. 6. Request your library orders a copy of your book or subscribes to the journal your article is in. 7. Email 1 or 2 of the main scholars whose work is central to your publication to let them know about your work and point them in its direction. 8. Send details of your publication around relevant listservs, specific interest groups, and professional bodies. Doing some or all of these tips will greatly boost awareness of your work and therefore multiply its potential impact. But if you're looking for some more substantial tips, let's explore a bit deeper. Before you start any substantial impact activity, it can be helpful to write a one-line hook for your work. What is the story at the heart of your research? Why is it new? Why is it important? Having this clear at the beginning of an impact program will help with many of the more in-depth activities. It's also important to know where to look to create an impact. Exploring who could potentially benefit from your work and how you can reach those people is an incredibly useful step. Key organizations can often be a good place to start by focusing on the potential benefits your work could bring to an organization and its members. Potential ways to reach that community could be to see if they have a mailing list they would use to send information about your work to members, or seeing if you could give a talk at an event or conference. Think tanks and pressure groups are other areas to think about. How could they help your work have an impact? Another good idea is to keep an eye on what's going on in government. What reviews and legislation are currently being discussed? Does your research offer helpful insight? If you work at an institution, they may be able to offer help and support with increasing the impact of your work. For example, within the University of Bristol, Policy Bristol offers support to academics through impact workshops, information on policy developments, access to contacts, and written policy guidance, highlighting opportunities to engage with policymaking alongside bespoke advice to academics. It can also be helpful to contact your university press office to see if they can issue a press release about your work, once again helping to raise awareness of your research. Writing articles and blog posts are great ways to reach your target audience. Writing for specialist press in your area, such as an industry magazine, can introduce your work to a captive audience. Blogs can be a great way of reaching practitioners and policymakers with short, pithy articles of just a few hundred words. And for books with a broader appeal, the mainstream press may be interested to hear from you. If you have any media contacts, then please do use them. We are happy to advise and help with placing articles and blog posts, and you can also publish on our Transforming Society blog as well. If you have already had any articles or book reviews published, please do make sure you let your marketing contact know, as these can be very helpful to use as a basis to generate further interest. Creating accessible, non-specialist videos, podcasts, and infographics are excellent ways of standing out from the crowd. Having this kind of content allows your work to reach a wider audience and can help convey its key messages clearly and effectively. It also makes your work more memorable, which will inevitably have a positive effect on impact, especially for a non-academic audience. Bringing people together at an event based on the research in your work can be a great way to get people engaged with your publication. Online events such as webinars can be brilliant to reach a more global audience, and in-person events can be fantastic for gathering your friends, colleagues, and other local interested parties together for a presentation and discussion. Also, attending other relevant events such as panels at conferences or workshops you already intend to do can help emulate this more interactive means of promotion without necessarily planning an event from scratch. By following these tips, you will give your publication the best chance to create an impact both inside and outside of academia. Impact starts with awareness, so speak about your work whenever you can and don't be afraid to talk about your work. Be proud of what you have made and let other people know about the fantastic work you have done.